All right, welcome back. We have this issue with the kind of epilepsy network we suffer here, but nevertheless, we are back. Please do join us as we discuss regards to the announcement that is all over the place. People understand, some may not understand. But here with me are the two reverend who always want to do justice to everything that has to do with the IPOB, and also our director, Nandi Opukano, whom they believe that he cannot sell this struggle. Reverend Father John Bosco, you're welcome back to the program.
You're welcome.
Sir, the issue of boycott election that was lifted by our supreme leader, I think it should be a thing of joy.
Of course.
But it looks to me that it's raised a lot of dust. Is there any way we can clear the air so that people will come to understand exactly what is happening today should be a day of victory to Biafran people?
Thank you. Politics and agitation and struggle. But suffice it to say that IPOB is God's ordained struggle. A group of special... Don't forget, everybody in old eastern states in Nigeria, all of us are Biafrans. All of us are Biafrans. But the IPOB members are the people who dedicated themselves to drink tear gas, collect blood, insult halted on them so that we liberate our people. We save our people. Now, the instrumentality of saving our people, negotiation is among. There are certain things you place on the table before you negotiate. I wouldn't fail to say that in this struggle, jobs are departmentalized. We have legal team, we have media, we have diplomats, we have... And always the mistake Nigerian state do make, and some gullible people they deceive, is that they thought that our struggle is about flying flags all over. Now, and people don't even know that there are some people who are negotiating with Nigerian state. We have a team, very formidable team, negotiating with Nigerian state. And we told them, give us this thing. If you don't give us this thing, we won't do this. And they saw we are serious. And it has started affecting them very adversely and very seriously. And among our demands is our referendum. And they know that we are very ready to bring down the Nigerian state by tomorrow. They have no other option than to accede to our demand. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Biafra is here.
Oh, thank you, Reverend. Father Smart, I strongly believe that what is playing out today is repeating itself, because I believe that our supreme leader would never in any way compromise with this Jalisco state of Nigeria in terms of selling out the Biafran struggle to the whole world. What do you think?
Well, I always say that I am in this struggle because of the integrity of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever you think about that is all up to you. I am in this struggle because I am a Biafran, and I'm hardcore because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has shown us that we can honestly pursue our goals. So if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been consistent, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has defied the bullets of the zoo, if Nnamdi Kanu has decided to take all the insult and assault in prison, it beats me now that he will be capitulating at this moment. What we are fighting for is freedom, and like Father said, there are procedures, negotiation. Of course, one of the greatest weapons in the foreign policy of any nation, Biafra is not yet won, is negotiation. That is to say that what we negotiated for, we have got. Of course, in business, you get what you negotiate. We negotiated for something with the Nigerian government, and Nigerian government has acceded to our demands. it is very clear. It has happened in history, in the recent past, in the South African saga, when Mandela was in prison. Mandela's prison sentence prompted a lot of people to start agitating all over the world, including even in Nigeria. We know the reggae days, the Raskimono days, and so on, Free Mandela, and so on. People started agitating, and in 1986, there was this Soweto uprising where people were massacred, people were killed, and there was an international outcry. In fact, that brought down the government of Peter Botha, and Ferry de Klerk became the new president of South Africa, and he started negotiating with Mandela in Robben Island prison, and eventually in 1990, Mandela was released. But they wanted to play a fast one on him. When he was released, he was asked to call off all the activities of the African National Congress, ANC, that was championing the freedom of the blacks in South Africa. And he refused. He refused and gave them some preconditions for calling off all the agitation, even the guerrilla warfare that was going on. One of them was that political prisoners should all be released unconditionally. Those in exile should be given pardon, and they should come back and be free citizens of South Africa. And also that the martial law in some part of South Africa should be repealed, so that there will be no emergency rule in any part of South Africa. He made these conditions, he gave them these conditions as he gave these demands as a precondition for releasing, for making the people come to terms. Eventually, these conditions were met. And Mandela and the African National Congress were now meeting the governments of South Africa on equal basis. People were given citizenship. Their apartheid constitution was brought down because that was what they were fighting. That was precisely what they started fighting from 1910. Apartheid constitution was brought down. Apartheid constitution, of course, became very effective in 1948. It was brought down, and the people of South Africa became free. Because everybody voted, Mandela became the president, the first black president of South Africa. Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB made a demand from the federal government. The demands that the likes of Nyangodo, the likes of the governors and the senators couldn't. He told when he met the governors just before the Python dance, he told them, go to Abuja and get me a date for the referendum, and I will call off Anambra boycott. And now they said Anambra boycott didn't work. But in recent weeks, they have washed their dirty linens in the public, telling us that there was no election, that Obiano was singly handpicked, so that IPOB will be discredited. Now, he now said, the general election, we will not participate until our demands are met. He even said it yesterday before. He said it in the afternoon before he made the emergency broadcast announcement in the night. So our demands, according to our leader, has been met. If your demand has been met, then you are cede to you are cede to your own. You play along. You lift up the boycott that was put in place for us to get our demand. So that is a simple thing. Our demand has been met, and then the election boycott has been called off. And then Nnamdi Kanu said it. If you listen to it, if you have got the clip, the audio clip, he said, "Never again will they toy with IPOB. Never again." If Mwobosi said on the 15th of January, he said that Nnamdi Kanu's IPOB has been able to fight the government of Nigeria and win. How else do you win a people? If you make a demand, okay, they wanted to bring in Python dance, and they have seen that the effect of the last Python dance didn't work. Nyanwood and every other person started begging, please let there be. But he insisted our demands has to be met. And yesterday, the 14th of February, they met our demands, and he called off the boycott. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Father, there are chains of command, and IPOB have an organogram, how they run things. Is it in the position, is Nnamdi Kanu in the position to announce the agreement, the details of the agreement? I think there are people who ought to do that. Can you give us more light on this issue so that people will understand that, so that they won't be thinking that director has, taken one thing or the other and just trying to, please help us.
Yes, as I told you earlier than now, IPOB is well structured. We have our media guru, the more powerful, that will very soon come up and give the details through press conference, press release very soon. So it's their duty. And again, we must know that we are very much organized. It's not everything we begin to say anyhow. Our enemies are out there trying to take the glory. If we open our mouth that way, you will see people who are sleeping in their bedroom jumping out immediately to take the glory of this struggle. So we try to organize our things, keep certain things secret. When at the appropriate time, we let the people know. We are not dying. We have reached our destination. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Reverend Father Smart, what do you have to tell Biafra in general regards to this news all over the world?
The problem is, there is a little problem, of course we know. We are preparing to boycott the election. And I doubt, God help Nigeria, I doubt that within these few hours to the election, it's less than 24 hours to the election, I doubt that this information will so permeate that people will begin to participate.
Because of course, it's their fault.
Of course.
Had it been the accident or our demands, they would have carried on with their business.
They wanted to try our resolve. They wanted to know whether we will be resolute till the end. And we remain resolute till 12 noon. Until when they found out that it was less than 24 hours, they started to sign.